Hey everybody, thanks for checking us out today at Petersen's Bow Hunting. I want to give you guys a look at a new release aid from T.R.U called the Extension RT. And I'm really enthusiastic about this release aid because I think it can help a lot of people shoot better, particularly those of you who might struggle from target panic. You know, typically if you're struggling with target panic, you'll hear a lot of people, maybe you talk to an archery coach, somebody at your local pro shop, and they'll say, you need to get yourself a hinge release and learn to shoot with that, or maybe a tension-activated release and learn to shoot with that. And I actually hunt with a tension-activated release myself, but a lot of people are hesitant to use those kind of releases because handheld releases just aren't familiar to the majority of bow hunters. And so T.R.U developed the Extension RT to really provide all of those benefits of a tension-activated release aid in a package that has that familiar wrist strap attachment and what looks like an index finger trigger, but is not actually a trigger. If you come in closer here on the Extension RT, what you're gonna see is that in addition to what looks like a trigger here for the index finger, there's also a button on the other side for the thumb. And what these are not triggers, but essentially safeties, where when you draw the bow, you're going to put pressure on the thumb button and the index finger lever and hold those down. And when you draw the bow, that's acting as a safety that's going to prevent the hook from giving away. And when you come to full draw, you settle in at anchor and you take your aim, you're going to basically relax your thumb and your index finger and pull through the shot, hence the name extension. So that's one of the ways that you can activate this release. So if you want to adjust the tension that's required to fire your Extension RT release, it's a very simple process. There's a set screw here at the base of the release stem. You're gonna just take your Allen wrench and loosen that screw. From there, you're gonna come to the back side of the release. You'll see that there's a red ring here at the base of the release stem, and there's a series of holes. If you want to increase the tension that's required to activate the release, you're just gonna turn the ring to the clockwise position. And if you want to decrease the amount of tension that's required to fire the release, you're gonna slide it the other way. You're gonna move it in the counterclockwise direction. A little bit goes a long way, so you wanna kind of experiment, either increasing or decreasing. Come back over here to the other side of the release. Tighten your set screw to lock back down, and then go ahead and take a shot. And you can experiment by simply adjusting that ring back and forth until you find the sweet spot for where you like it for your bow and your comfort level. The other part of the name, right, it's the Extension RT. The RT part of the name stands for relaxed trigger. So you can adjust the amount of tension needed to activate the release of the hook below the holding weight of your bow at full draw. So when you do that, you go ahead and you're gonna draw the bow the same way by holding the index finger lever and the thumb button, drawing the bow, except now, instead of relaxing your finger and thumb and pulling through the shot, now that hook is gonna let go as soon as you relax the tension on the buttons. So your relaxed trigger. So two different ways of firing this release, both of which are designed to help you pull through the shot and avoid the anticipation of the shot that leads to so many bad habits like flinching and target panic. So I'm gonna go ahead now and demonstrate the two methods of shooting the Extension RT, and I'll start with that extension method where you pull through the shot. You're gonna anchor and aim like you would with any other release, and at this point, as you're on target, you can go ahead and relax your thumb and your index finger and just simply pull back increasing tension, and there you go. Just, you saw how that caught me by surprise. My bow arm jumped forward, my release arm jumped backwards. I executed the shot with increasing tension, hence the name, extension. That is how you really ought to shoot every arrow. It's gonna lead to better consistency and better accuracy as well. Next, I'll show you the relaxed trigger method of firing this release. I've gone ahead and I've adjusted the tension on the release so that the activation weight is now below the holding weight on my bow. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up and draw the same way that I did the last time by holding down the two levers. Go ahead and draw my bow, anchor and aim, and now simply by relaxing the tension on my thumb and my index finger, the bow is gonna fire. So that is the second of two methods you can use with this X-Tension RT. You can set the activation weight above your bow's holding weight so that you have to relax and pull through the shot, or you can set the activation below your bow's holding weight so that you can fire the shot simply by relaxing your finger and thumb off of the levers. Again, this is a great release. I really think it'll help a lot of people who are struggling in their shooting. And not only will it help you in training and on the range, but this is a release that I would not hesitate to hunt with in the field. So if you've been having some trouble, check out the X-Tension RT from T.R.U and see what it can do for you.